What's good, YouTube? It's your son. I'll be back with another video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe now. You don't see no shades in my face. You see my eyeball. Actually had a decent day. First, before we go in, let me paint a picture of how I grew up. I was the only child from my mother's side, my father's side. My father had other kids, but they was in the house with me. I would grow up around my cousins. My mother was mean, not in like a tough love way or I just want the best for you way. She was just straight up cold, like as ice. Mostly got that nurturing, loving energy from my grandmother and my father. And as most of you already know, they died on me. So once I was a teenager and I really needed someone to guide me through life, how to be a woman, men, relationships, I didn't have that. I had to figure everything out the hard way. It's not like I didn't have aunts that could teach me. It's not like I didn't have a mother. She was in the house. It took me until I had my own kid to realize that she resented my entire soul. You don't really understand, and you start to think, see how other people's moms, even if they wasn't the best, how they would still love on them, hug on them, kiss on them. I didn't have that. I didn't have that at all. So I guess her way of showing love, look, I got you this. Look, I got you that. Very materialistic. I just felt that she didn't like me, even as a kid. And you can feel it, especially when you're empath, you can feel, even when they say something different, you can feel when somebody don't want you around, they don't like you, they make faces. And it's crazy because I can tell that she didn't like me just based on how she would treat other people versus how she would treat me. With me, anything I did, oh, Tony, whatever, nah. It was just get written off as nothing. Like, with having a cold mother, a detached mother, a mother doesn't like you, it messes up your growth. She's supposed to show you what love looks like, what you deserve, how people should treat you, how you treat others. And when that's broken from the start and spend years, I'm learning the wrong thing. There's other people out there that probably have worse than me, honestly. So I just making this video to let you know that you ain't do nothing wrong. It's not you. It was never you. It's her. And it's crazy because I see a lot of videos on social media nowadays about these teenage daughters getting kicked out the house, and you can see the video of the mom wanting to square up like it's just a bitch on the street. And I just get triggered because like I remember that was me. And I started going to external sources like friends, relationships to fill that void. And it will fill the void for a little bit, but it's not the same. There was proof I wasn't unlovable. And the problem wasn't me. I had to figure out 12 years old how to keep myself from drowning. Nobody taught me shit. Nobody taught me the game. I had to learn and teach me proper hygiene, how to change it every few hours. You just give me pads to point, put it on, and call it a day. I didn't learn much about cleaning. I just watched as I grew up in YouTube, especially love and relationships. She basically told me to never date. We talk about what it's like being a teenager with no guidance. Nobody sat me down, taught me shit. Nobody taught me shit about money. No one taught me how to drive on purpose, how to carry myself, how to dress, how to speak up for myself. Not how the world actually works and how to protect yourself. Nothing. And that's the thing that really gets me when I look back. It wasn't ignorance because they didn't know. It's because they didn't want me to know. It was intentional. Knowing I had no one else to teach me these things. They thought it was funny. They laughed about it, made group chats about it. My confusion, my fuck ups was their entertainment. To realize the people that was supposed to help you into your adulthood was hoarding information, opportunities, love from you on purpose, watching you fail for a sport, making bets. You know how dehumanizing that is? This is a kind of betrayal that makes you change your brain chemistry on everyone. It hurts when you realize that people, your own blood, is not on your team. They're root for anyone else but you. So when I actually grew up and I went through these trial and error relationships with men, the one that actually taught me the game wasn't my mom, wasn't my aunt. No woman in my family put me aside and tried to put me on. I was scrolling on YouTube and I found a woman online named Shira7. Taught me the game. If I didn't just stumble across her YouTube videos, God only knows how many more mistakes I would have made. I was like 17, 16 when I came across her videos and I was just watching them back to back to back. I was kept in the dark and then left to wonder why I kept losing. I'm going to be the mom I wish I had. I'm going to break the generational curse of hating your daughter. A lot of these new mothers have. I know she's going to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. That's how you learn. But I'm not just going to make bets and plot and laugh and make fun of her. When she makes mistakes, when she falls, I'm going to be there to help pick her back up. Nobody did that for me. I made the decision I would be the opposite of her. I'm not going to be as cold. Yeah, I 100% believe in tough love. But just because you're tough doesn't mean you don't show love. Just because you're being honest and straight to the point doesn't mean you don't give them hugs and kisses and tuck them in at night. Just because you show them tough love doesn't mean you teach them to accept less from others. Just because you want to show them tough love, you don't let them be bullied by other people and not saying anything and join in. Coming a mom I needed, growing up means I parent myself. I have to go back to that little girl who was invisible in her own house and tell her you are worthy. You was never the problem. It wasn't you. You were never too much. Show you the ropes. Purposely didn't. You have children and you're watching this. It means breaking the cycle that your parents done to you so they don't have the trauma that you have. Present, being warm, listening, teaching about men, money, love, friendships, and most importantly, their own worth, their own value. And if you don't have children yet and it still applies, you can still be the mother you needed to yourself. You can start the standard now. I made this video because I know for a fact I'm not the only one. I've seen like 6 videos of girls talking about how their mom kicked them out, how their mom's a competition, how their mom's jealous. I seen a duo of these 2 cousins that moved out to their own apartment. They're like 18 and they've been living on their own since they were 16 because both their moms kicked them out and they try to ruin their lives before they even started. And I just got PTSD and I'm like, oh, we got to talk about this. You got to break the cycle. And everyone just turned a blind eye saying they're jealous. When you say they're not jealous, obviously they're jealous. But what are you doing to make sure the next generation just stops that shit? We got to talk about it. In order for you to change, you have to address the problem. And that's something that a lot of people don't want to do. So even though I know I don't got a lot of views or whatever, I hope one day somebody sees this. I know somebody watching this had a mother whose home they made into World War VI. I know somebody lost the people, 1 or 2, 3 who actually showed up for them, actually showed that love, filled that void. I know somebody watching this realizing for the first time that they were lied to and held back by people that should have been in their corner. You're not behind, you're not broken, you could be repaired. You just have to start now. And yeah, you're here, you're learning. You're choosing to break the pattern, and that's everything. If this hit home, leave a comment, share if somebody needs to hear this. I 100% recommend Cynthia G for Black women, Shira 7 for dating and femininity. And regarding money, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have a money coach yet. But one of my favorite ministries, spiritual coaches, Sashintia Deja as well. Check out her channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.